And as a young child, this Garden State native caught the attention of the great Paul Newman. And it didn't take long before Hollywood became calling to him. And in his latest project, he's showing he's got game, too.
So if you stay consistent with your workouts in about a half a year to a year, I don't see why not.
I need to do it in 10 weeks.
Say what now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but basically if Chang can't dunk by our last football game, he's gonna have to move to another school.
I'll do anything you ask me to do. Please, just help me out. Just help me out.
10 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see, in 10 weeks, we're definitely gonna have to do some one-on-ones. Some weight training, no doubt. Plyo, technique for sure. How much you paying?
From the new movie, Chang Can Dunk. Please welcome Camden, New Jersey born actor, singer, dancer. He does it all, Mr. Dexter Darden. Hey, Dexter, what's going on?
Oh, nothing, man. This is cool. It's cool to be here talking about Chang Can Dunk, seeing that clip for the first time.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
Guessing by the title, he's going to be able to dunk by the end?
Well, you know, there isn't a question mark in the title, so it's like, it's not can Chang dunk, it's
Right.
Chang can dunk. But you know what, the movie really isn't about the dunk, to be honest. And if it was, I don't know if it would be in the title.
Yeah.
It's more of a coming of age story, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And seeing Bloom Lee just take on this role of Chang and Jingy Shao, our director, having the opportunity to write and tell a story like this, I think is really what's important.
Yeah.
So even though the dunk is in the title and does happen, I think it's a little bit more than that.
Tell us about your character.
Yeah, so I played DeAndre, who gets hired to coach Chang how to dunk. But then, you know, of course, Chang is a 16-year-old kid in high school, so he doesn't have any money, right? So the objective becomes a little bit more about just helping Chang grow as an individual, more so than just the dunk. And we form this beautiful mentor-mentee relationship. But also, you know, DeAndre learns a lot from Chang in that aspect too. You know, so it's a really a beautiful coming of age story, but also approaches some real topics that need to be addressed and discussed.
Right. So I'm guessing you play the mentor, the teacher.
Yeah.
What were the skills for basketball outside the movie?
Oh yeah, so I hoop a little bit, but
We saw your skills in the break.
Yeah, I hoop a little bit, and I have a couple friends who play in the NBA. Shout out to my best friend and brother Andre Drummond, who's also in this movie. And a buddy of mine named Carl Anthony Towns as well. So, you know, I grew up around hoopers, and Jersey has a lot of basketball products.
Right.
So, but coming on to this movie, let's just say I've been acting for the last 10 years of my life. So basketball has just been kind of a hobby. So stepping into the role and the shoes of living in the gym, dying by it, and going through it every day was definitely something that I had to get back into to do this movie.
Okay.
So shout out to my trainer, Clid Mutaka Beer, who really trained on this movie for us and got it in there. Yeah.
But can you dunk?
I can.
You can.
Yeah, well, trust me. After this movie, you had to be able to, right? Like, you gotta be able to see it. So you gotta get your calves up. But you know, I'm 31 now, so my knees is old. So I don't know how many.
Oh my gosh, you're old at
That's
31.
old.
I said the
Forget
knees.
it. I'm gonna need a walker.
The knees specifically are what's old. You know, getting up there. Yeah, it's just you hear that crack every time you have jumps.
I do want to ask you, because we mentioned in the beginning that you had a connection with Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? Because this was, now talk about being a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the best human. So I have a blood disease called sickle cell anemia.
Yep.
Okay.
And Paul Newman has these camps called the Hole in the Wall Game camps, which are a camp for kids with special needs and blood diseases of cancer, leukemia, HIV, everything across the board. They get the opportunity to go to these camps for a week where there's fully funded medical staff there and just get the chance to go and be free, release themselves. And there's horseback riding, swimming, basketball, of course, and the theater and the stage. And so I went as a camper and when I was 7 years old or turning 8, and I performed in stage night there, and I did a Michael Jackson impersonation in stage night there, and Paul Newman saw the tape and called my mom and was like, hey, do you know your kid has talent? And my mom thought it was a joke. She hung up on Paul Newman like, hey, dude, that's not
Stop it.
that is a true story. My mother tells it better than I.
Did she know it was Paul Newman?
She did not know.
Okay,
She thought it was a
gotcha.
prank.
Right.
But I ended up going up to the camp, and then through then did fundraisers for the camp, still do fundraisers for that camp today. So
that's
shout out to the
amazing.
Hole in the Wall Game camp and Paul Newman for really allowing a lot of kids to live dreams that they didn't think they could.
You started acting then?
I did. Well, no, I started acting 7 years later. I was just
wow.
dancing and singing for a long time.
Very
And then,
cool.
a manager was like, "Have you ever tried acting?" And I said, "No." And
Right.
then I fell in love with it. So.
Well, thanks for raising awareness too about sickle cell. One of our
Absolutely.
reporter's sons has sickle cell, and he wrote a whole book on it. Called
Oh,
The
amazing.
Sickler.
Yeah.
Gotta get you a copy of it.
Yeah, I would love a
He made it
copy.
like
I
a
would love to meet
superhero.
him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. I
Parker.
would love to meet him. That would be
But you know,
amazing.
you talked about being a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yeah.
Was that what you were doing in Atlantic City? Because you had a whole bunch of
Yeah.
jobs before acting, DJ.
Yeah,
and dancing.
I've kind of covered the
You've done it all.
entertainment spectrum,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
MCs for Sweet 16s
right.
and bar mitzvahs, and in Atlantic City, I was a professional dancer at the Trump Taj Mahal when it was existed, and
Okay.
and then through that, I did Michael Jackson down there as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So I mean, I think still to this day, I don't know if this is true, but I started dancing professionally when I was 15 years old. So,
Wow. And
so
your family's still in Jersey.
in Jersey, yeah. I still got family in Jersey. Shout out to all my Jersey Pride family.
So is it
Love
pork roll
y'all.
or Taylor ham?
Oh
Say it
gosh,
again?
I knew
Pork
we were
roll or
going
Taylor
there.
ham?
Oh no, so I'm South Jersey.
So you're gonna say pork roll?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say cheesesteak probably because I grew
Oh,
up close to
yeah,
the
yeah.
Philly. So yeah. How about you? Pork
Taylor
roll,
ham.
Taylor ham. Yeah.
I'm a North guy.
I'm from
though.
Chicago, so
Okay,
I don't,
yeah. So
I
you're
don't
like
eat
deep
it.
dish
So it doesn't
pizza.
matter. Exactly.
Understood.
We do want to mention that you recently finished filming the sequel to
Yes.
the cult film Half Baked.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
can you tell us about it?
You know, I'm really excited about this film.
A lot of people are.
Excited. Yeah, I mean, because you know, Half Baked was such an iconic cult classic, and it
Yep.
takes place in a crazy time when the perception around marijuana and what it was very different. So
Right.
bringing it into the 2020s and where the culture's a bit more lenient now, and playing Thurgood Jenkins Jr., who's the son of Dave Chappelle and Rachel
Right,
True.
right.
So you know, really stepping into the fold and kind of taking the mantle in that way and doing it in a new, cool, creative,
Yeah.
funny way, but also directed by Michael Titus, who is such a visionary in what he brings to this movie. So we're kind of keeping what we can under wraps, but I'm really excited, and I think we're going to see it sometime in the summer. So
A lot of
keep
people
our
Awesome.
fingers crossed. Hopefully, I'll come back here and talk about that
Come on
too.
back.
And then we'll get the chance
Yeah.
to eat some Taylor ham or
Pork
Chicago
roll,
deep dish
deep
pizza.
dish,
Deep dish.
cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
We'll have it all.
yeah.
We'll bring Jordan Fisher
For sure.
back. 'cause
That's
you
my
were-
dog. I was his best man at his wedding. I know. I'm like,
They're all
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
There's a lot of
Absolutely.
connections here.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Great to have you here.
Thank you guys for
All right,
having me. It
New
means a lot.
Jersey's very own Dexter Darden. Be sure, everybody, to check him out in the new movie Chang Can Dunk, premiering on Disney Plus today.
I'm going to watch it with my girls tonight.
Oh, I
There you go.
love that.
There you go.
All right. Thanks again.